Good morning, students. Welcome to your first physics class. This is chapter 4 of grade 7 physics. Children, you might have been coming across so many stainless steel pans which are provided with copper bottoms. Can you explain why? What happens when one end of a wooden spoon is dipped in an ice cream cup? Calculate and give the right answer. 1 liter of water at 30 degrees centigrade is added to 1 liter of water at 50 degrees centigrade. What is the temperature of a mixture? Which color clothes absorb more heat when compared to light colors? What are conductors? Can you give one example? What are insulators? Can you give some examples? Can you distinguish between the clinical thermometer and the laboratory thermometer? How to determine the hotness of a object? So, to find out the answers for all these questions, let us go through this chapter named title Heat. Heat is one of the most important chapters of physics, which is one of the forms of energy which makes the substance hot. In winter, it is our common experience that we feel cold inside the house, and if we come out in front of sun rays, then we feel warm. Now, if we know that, how do we feel this sensation of warm or cold? Then what will be our answer? Think. In this chapter, we will try to find out the answer to such kind of questions. To define heat, heat is a form of energy in transit. What do you mean by transit? Heat always transfers from hot body to cold body only. Remember, heat flows only from hot body to cold body. Hot and cold. In our daily routine, we come across a number of objects, out of which some are hot while other objects are cold. Example, when a frying pan kept on a burning gas stove becomes hot, but the handle of the pan is cold. Even among the hot objects, some objects may be hotter than the hotter other. In the same manner, among the cold objects, some objects may be colder than the other. So, if I ask you how you decide relative hotness or coldness of objects, then your answer will be by simply touching the objects. But our sense of touch is not enough in telling us whether an object is really hot or cold. So, this can be understood by performing a simple activity. Here, if you observe, this picture shows you how the heat is being transferred from hot body to cold body. The red color denotes hot body and the blue color denotes cold body. Temperature and thermometer. The degree of hotness or coldness of a body is known as temperature of a object. The temperature of an object is an only property that indicates which object is hot and which one is cold. A high temperature of a body indicates that it is a very hot, whereas a low temperature of the object increases or indicates that it is a quite cold. Example, the temperature of boiling water is quite high, so boiling water appears to be very hot. On the other side, the temperature of melting ice is quite low, so ice appears to be very cold on touch. This very simple example I'll tell you. You place your hand on the ice, how do you feel? You feel cold. Why? If you compare the temperature of ice with your body temperature is more than the temperature of ice. So what did I tell you earlier? Heat always transfers from hot body to cold body. So the heat moves from your body to ice. So as you are losing heat, you feel cold. You feel cool. When a hot object is brought to your body, if you compare the hot object temperature and your body temperature, heat from hot body flows into your body. So you are gaining heat and you feel hot. I hope you understood this. So let us continue this lesson. Heat is measured by using an instrument called a thermometer, which has a scale marked on it, which is used to read the temperature. Example, the scale in laboratory thermometer is marked along the length of the thermometer's tube between 0 degree mark and 100 degree mark into 100 equal divisions. So each division is called a degree. The temperature of an object should always be started with its unit. So the most common unit for measuring temperature is degree Celsius. Both the clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer are mercury thermometers. So when a particular amount of heat is supplied to the thermometer bulb, which is containing or consisting of mercury, by the hot body whose temperature is to be measured, then the mercury expands. So mercury is a liquid metal that expands on heating. So it gets rises in the glass tube of the thermometer. This fact is used in measuring the temperature. So mercury, it absorbs heat and expands. It loses heat and contracts. So let us see what is the working of a clinical thermometer. What is clinical thermometer? It is the thermometer which is used for measuring the temperature of our human body. In case of fever, it is used by a doctor or by your parent at home to measure the temperature of the patient. This thermometer consists of a long glass tube having a thin and uniform bore. Bore is nothing but a thin hole inside the tube. Therefore, this is a glass tube at one end of the glass tube which consists of mercury as shown in the figure given below. What are the features of this thermometer? There is a very short range of temperature of a clinical thermometer. It shows between 35 degrees centigrade to 42 degrees centigrade. The short range of clinical thermometer is because of the fact that the temperature of human body normally does not go below 35 degrees centigrade or above 42 degrees centigrade. So any person who crosses this limit either below 35 degrees and 42 degrees centigrade, there is no chance for a person to live. Look at the picture of this clinical thermometer with the mercury bulb and reading on that. If you observe the thermometer, this is a clinical thermometer used only to measure the body temperature of human body. It consists of a mercury bulb in front. There is a constriction, a bent part near the bulb, which will not allow the mercury level to fall after measuring the temperature of a human body. If you observe, 37 degrees centigrade is the normal body temperature of a human body. 37 degrees centigrade or 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is another scale of measurement of temperature. So just above the bulb containing mercury, a clinical thermometer has a kink or constriction in its glass tube, which is to prevent the backflow of mercury into the thermometer bulb when the thermometer bulb is removed from the mouth of a patient. This constriction prevents the mercury level in the thermometer tube from falling on its own. Due to this, we can read the correct body temperature of the patient even after removing the thermometer bulb from his mouth. Just note it. After noting the body temperature, the level of mercury can be brought down by giving a jerk or shake to the thermometer tube. As mercury is very toxic and is difficult to dispose of, so thermometer must be handled carefully. Clinical thermometer should not be used to measure the temperature of objects other than human body. It should not be kept in the sun or near a flame, otherwise it may break. Nowadays, digital thermometers are used which do not use mercury. Reading a clinical thermometer. There are following steps to read the temperature on a thermometer. Firstly, wash the thermometer with an antiseptic lotion or spirit, and if in case the antiseptic lotion is not available, then wash it with clean water. The step 2, gently hold the thermometer tube in your hand and give it a jerk in such a way that the mercury thread in the thermometer tube falls below the reading of 35 degrees centigrade. Step 3, now put the bulb of the thermometer under the tongue of the patient for about 1 minute. Then take out the thermometer from the patient's mouth. Step 4, in order to read the temperature, hold the thermometer horizontally in your hand and rotate it slowly. When we see a magnified image of the mercury thread in its tube, then a position will come. Now read the temperature on the thermometer tube in level with the top of the mercury thread. What are the precautions while reading the thermometer? A clinical thermometer should not be used for any object other than the human body, as mentioned earlier. There are some following precautions which are to be observed while reading a clinical thermometer. I already told you this. Laboratory thermometer, a device which is used for measuring the temperature in a science laboratory, is called a laboratory thermometer. This thermometer is made up of long glass tube having a thin bore. The gradation marked on the tube of a laboratory thermometer can measure the temperature from minus 10 degrees centigrade to 110 degrees centigrade. I repeat, this Celsius thermometer measures from minus 10 degrees centigrade to 110 degrees centigrade. This is known as the range of laboratory thermometer. Children, I repeat, what is the range of laboratory thermometer? Minus 10 degrees centigrade to 110 degrees centigrade. Also, determine how much a small division on the thermometer reads. It is due to the fact that this information is required to read the thermometer correctly. Here, if you compare the centigrade thermometer with our clinical thermometer, clinical thermometer shows 35 degrees centigrade to 42 degrees centigrade. But here a degrees Celsius thermometer shows from minus 10 degrees centigrade to 110 degrees centigrade. Now can you see how much range the thermometers and how much they differ. So clinical thermometer should be used only for human body, and centigrade thermometer can be used for any other purpose to see the temperature of hot water, cold water, etc. But clinical thermometer should be used only for seeing the temperature of human body only. Maximum minimum thermometer. This is another kind of thermometer. These are special thermometers which automatically record the maximum and minimum temperatures of the body. The maximum, yes, and minimum temperature of the last day reported in weather reports in TV and newspapers are measured by the maximum minimum thermometers. This name is given as maximum minimum thermometer to the thermometer. If you observe, you can see a spherical bulb and a tube bulb on the top. The red color is alcohol, and below the alcohol it is filled with mercury. It is U-shaped. The left side shows minimum temperature, the right side shows maximum temperature. Reading a laboratory thermometer. There are following steps to read the temperatures on a thermometer. First of all, take some hot water in a beaker. Now try to hold the laboratory thermometer from its glass tube and immerse the bulb of the thermometer in hot water taken in the beaker. Notice that the bulb of the thermometer should not touch the sides of the or the bottom of the beaker as shown in the figure. Here we will observe the shining thread of mercury moving up in the thermometer tube. After some time, the mercury will stop rising and stand at one place. Now read the temperature on the thermometer tube, which corresponds to the top of the mercury thread. This will give us the temperature of hot water taken in the beaker. So this is the hot water taken in a container. You can observe the thermometer placed only in water, not touching the walls of the container. So the mercury level is showing the top mercury level way up to where it expands. So the temperature reading is showing 80 degrees centigrade for this hot water. To measure the human body temperature, a laboratory thermometer cannot be used because as soon as we take out the bulb of the laboratory thermometer from the mouth of the patient, the mercury level will start falling quickly due to cooling of its bulb by air. So this will provide a wrong value of the body temperature. What are the precautions of a laboratory thermometer? While measuring temperature, the laboratory thermometer should be held vertically. The thermometer bulb should be surrounded from all sides of the substance whose temperature is to be measured. The thermometer reading should be taken while its bulb is still in touch with the substance whose temperature is being measured, and by keeping the mercury level along the line of sight. The thermometer should not be held by the bulb. The thermometer should be carefully handled as it is made of glass. We should note down the temperature reading by keeping the thermometer bulb immersed in hot water. Because of the thermometer bulb is taken out, if it is taken out of hot water, then the mercury level will start falling down because outside temperature is less compared to hot water, and this will give wrong reading for the temperature of hot water. Digital thermometer, there are most of the common, these are the most common thermometers like mercury thermometers which use a liquid metal called mercury for their working. Mercury is a toxic substance, toxic meaning poisonous, and thus it is difficult to dispose of safely. If a thermometer breaks, So there is a lot of concern over the use of mercury in thermometers. Also, during these days, digital thermometers are available which do not use mercury. So these digital thermometers are very safe for the children because even uh, they can be placed under the armpits. You can easily see the reading directly because they are digits. But for other clinical thermometers like which are not digital, it is difficult for us to see the reading immediately. So this takes second to look at the temperature. So the temperature shown in this digital thermometer is 98.6. It is not degree centigrade, but it is 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is the scale of measuring body temperature. If you are going to measure the temperature of hot water, it is taken as a degree centigrade. So degree centigrade thermometer is used to measure the temperature of very hot bodies. Only clinical thermometer is used to measure the human body temperature. So hope you have understood the concept for today. Thank you.